Welcome to another episode of Frank Hill's Record Roundup. I'm Frank Hill, and we're going to be doing some piano players today. So Elton John and Billy Joel, can't get much better than that. So while I was at my parents' house for Thanksgiving, I was able to wrangle up a few records to bring home. And the first album I got was Tumbleweed Connection by Elton John. This came out in 1970, and it's his third album. It's a really great layout, great pictures, which were shot in London. Some people think this was shot in the States, but it was shot in London. And then in this, it also has a great lyric book, fantastic lyric book. I don't want to go through every single page of it, but Ballad of a Well-Known Gun is such a great layout. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. Look at that. And it's a good song too. So it's kind of neat. I really have enjoyed listening to this. And then his fourth album in 1971 came out, and this was Madman Across the Water. Another great album by Elton John. My favorite song by Elton John, Tiny Dancer, begins this record. Again, kind of a cool back and front. This is the back. It's kind of, it looks like a pair of jeans that are stitched, side one, side two. And then inside, it also has a lyric book. And this time around, it's glued inside so it doesn't come free. So similar layout, another fantastic album by Elton John. Lots of songs that have become classics. And then I also picked up Billy Joel, which the first album I picked up was The Stranger. This came out in 1977, and this is probably my favorite Billy Joel album. I would say by far. It's the back of it. It's really cool thing. I made sure to shoot this video a few times to make sure that I got the front and backs of the Billy Joel albums because they are really interesting, the front and the back. This album has Scenes from Italian Restaurant on it, and that song is probably one of my favorite songs by Billy Joel. And according to Billy Joel, that is his, I think, favorite song that he's ever written. He usually always plays that in his live shows. But it's also got a ton of other great songs on it. Just the Way You Are won the Record of the Year Grammy off this album. The Stranger, Moving Out, like those are all fantastic songs. I mean, that's why this album is so great. And then I also got this Billy Joel album. This is his eighth album. This came out in 1982, and I love 1982. A lot of my favorite albums came out in 82 or 83, right around there. And this one was interesting because the lead song on it, Allentown, was where I grew up. So I, listening to that song and being like, oh yeah, I got like a personal connection to kind of Billy Joel there. Even though the song is really about Bethlehem, PA, rather than Allentown. But yeah, it's a great song. This has a really great back too. Billy Joel looking very sober there. And lots of great songs on this one too. I think my other favorite song in this besides Allentown is probably Goodnight Saigon. It's a great song about Vietnam. So great albums. So that's what I wrangled up from my parents' house over Thanksgiving. I also have, the merch up on Zazzle, and I've been seeing people wearing shirts, and it's pretty cool just to kind of like see people kind of coming along for the ride, so to speak. So keep it up. Like I'm gonna post some other stuff there on Zazzle, and I love seeing people that are representing. So thank you. This has been another episode of Frank Hill's Record Roundup.